Everyone wants to win. Everyone talks about greatness. But here's the truth. Most people don't act like they belong at the top. They hesitate. They shrink. They apologize for taking up space. And without saying a word, the world notices. You're not like them. You wouldn't be here if you were. What if you stopped asking for permission? What if you carried yourself like you were already the best, even before anyone gave you a trophy, a title, or a round of applause? That's not arrogance. That's alignment. Because the way you walk into a room, the way you sit in silence, the way your eyes speak without words, tells the world exactly who you are before you even open your mouth. The Stoics had a name for this. They called it inner virtue, a quiet power that doesn't need to scream, a presence that holds its ground without flexing its muscle. You're not trying to prove anything. You already know, and when you know, everything changes. You've been told to stay humble, to keep your head down, to wait your turn, and maybe without noticing, you listened. You started walking quieter, speaking less, smiling smaller, not because you lost your fire, but because you thought shrinking would make you more acceptable. You've played it safe. You've tried to be likable. You've waited for someone to tell you, now it's your time. But here's the problem. The world doesn't hand out crowns. It watches to see who acts like a king before he's crowned. And I get it. It's uncomfortable. Acting like you're the best when your results don't reflect it yet, that feels like lying. That voice inside whispers, who do you think you are? But let me ask you something. Has playing small ever made you feel powerful? Has waiting your turn ever accelerated your growth? No, it doesn't work that way. You don't become something and then believe it. You believe it and then become it. You've been watering yourself down to be digestible, but your greatness was never meant to be easy to swallow. So what now? Keep hiding, keep hoping, or start carrying yourself like the person you're becoming, not the one you used to be. A Stoic doesn't fake confidence, he builds it brick by brick on discipline, clarity, and silence. You don't need to scream that you're the best, you just need to act like it when no one's watching. Wake up early, show up sharp, speak only when you've thought it through, and when chaos comes, stay still. That's what real strength looks like. Not loud, not flashy, but unshakable. The Stoics believed in what's called prohairesis, your inner choice, the only thing you truly control. And once you take command of that, no one can touch you. You don't need titles. You don't need applause. The ones who walk quietly but carry presence, they win in the end. So when you enter a room, do it like you belong. When you speak, speak with weight. And when you act, act as if you don't need to prove anything. That's stoicism. That's inner power. That's what makes people look twice. And maybe you don't feel like that person yet, but the fastest way to get there is to start walking like you already are. If this hits something deep in you, then maybe you're ready to become who you've been pretending not to be. Hit subscribe. Don't watch from the sidelines. You don't need to feel like the best to start acting like it. In fact, that's the trap most people fall into. They wait to feel ready. But the Stoics knew emotion follows action, not the other way around. When you act with confidence even before you feel it, the mind catches up. The brain starts wiring itself around your behavior. Identity is shaped by repetition, not motivation. Think about it. A soldier doesn't train because he's brave. He becomes brave because he trains every single day. It's the same with you. If you want to be unshakable, start walking like it. If you want to be respected, carry yourself with self-respect. If you want to lead, stop asking for permission. The outer world mirrors the inner one. That's not self-help talk, that's ancient wisdom. So no, you don't need anyone to approve of you. You just need to act like someone who approves of themselves. Not arrogant, not loud, just silent strength. That's the Stoic way. It's not about ego, it's about presence. And the more you practice that presence, the more you build something rare, quiet power. Power doesn't raise its voice. It doesn't need to. You don't hear a lion growl before the hunt. You don't see a storm explain itself before it arrives. The Stoics understood this long before the world became noisy. They knew the strongest person in the room is the one least desperate to be noticed. In silence, you find edge. In stillness, you find control. And when you no longer feel the need to prove, that's when you've arrived. That's the paradox of real power. The moment you stop chasing validation, it starts to follow you. So walk like you've already earned it. Breathe like nothing can shake you. And remember, you don't need to raise your voice when your presence already speaks loud enough. Real confidence isn't loud. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't beg to be believed. It simply walks into the room, and everything else adjusts. You don't need a spotlight to be powerful. You need discipline and silence, and that unshakable belief that you are already enough, without performance, without applause. That's the Stoic way. You move in silence, you build in darkness, and you rise without a sound. But here's the real test. Can you still stand tall when no one is watching? Can you still act like the best, even when no one tells you that you are? That's not arrogance. That's alignment. So next time you feel invisible, remember, some of the strongest forces in nature are the ones you never see coming. What if acting like the best is how you slowly become it?